Catholic churches. You know, one of the reasons why I chose the Philippines to move to was the Catholic churches in the Philippines. The Catholic Church here in the Philippines, according to the internet, is a significant religious institution with deep influence on the country's culture, traditions, and history. The church plays a central role in the lives of millions of Filipinos, and it has considerable presence in various aspects of society. And they're not fooling because their government and the Catholic Church are pretty darn close to one another. And I'll just give you one small example. It is against the law in the Philippines to get a divorce. Crazy, ain't it? 2023, and you cannot get a divorce. Please enjoy the video. You know, here's a little test for you. There's a clip of a famous movie from the States that's in this video. See if you can find it. If you watch the video, you'll find it. And then send me a text on what movie that clip came from. Let's see if you guys can take on that challenge. All right. And I'll catch you on the tail end of it. See you soon.
Catholic churches in the Philippines. The Catholic Church in the Philippines, or the Filipino Catholic Church, is part of the worldwide Catholic Church, under the spiritual direction of the Pope and the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines. The Philippines is one of the two nations in Asia having a substantial portion of the population professing the Catholic faith. During the pre-colonial times, Filipinos have their own ancient indigenous beliefs, but it was not until the 16th century, during the Spanish era, when Christianity was introduced and brought by the missionaries in Cebu. Today, roughly 85% of the Philippines' population are Christians, mostly Roman Catholic. And with the Filipinos' continuous practice of faith and devotion to Christianity, it has been blessed with so many beautiful churches, which today become tourist attractions, and some were proudly listed as World Heritage Sites. And to provide you with an ultimate list of the country's historical Catholic churches, here are the 30 beautiful churches in the Philippines. From Mindanao, Visayas up to Luzon. Basilica of Saint Martin de Tours. Named after its patron saint, Saint Martin de Tours, this church is known to be Asia's largest Catholic church. Built under the Augustinians, this historical church is situated in the heart of Taal, Batangas. Boasting its Baroque-themed architecture, you will be amazed by the awe-inspiring design, from the facade, up to the interiors. And from the bell tower, you'll get to see the magnificent view of Balayan Bay and Taal Lake. It also has a mini-museum and quaint shops nearby. Not only the biggest church but also one of the most beautiful churches in the Philippines. National Shrine of Saint Padre Pio. Pray, hope and don't worry. This line can be seen as devotees approach the facade of the beautiful Padre Pio Church. Named after the stigmatist Capuchin priest, Padre Pio, this eco-friendly piece of architecture is made of wood, stone, and bamboo, and has a touch of truly amazing Filipino tropical designs and character, with sasa grass on its built. Manila Cathedral. Manila Cathedral, or the minor basilica and metropolitan cathedral of the Immaculate Conception, is situated in Intramuros, Manila and has undergone numerous repairs and renovations due to countless earthquakes, typhoons, war, and even fire. From being a simple parish, dedicated to Our Lady of the Immaculate Concepcion, it is now known as the mother of all churches, cathedrals, and basilica. Our Lady of the Most Holy Rosary of Manawag. Our Lady of the Most Holy Rosary of Manawag, or simply known as Our Lady of Manawag, is one of the most visited religious churches in Pangasinan. Aside from being a major pilgrimage site in the Philippines, the shrine is well known as a healing shrine, with numerous devotees praying and seeking for miracles. Miraculous events attributed to Our Lady of Manawag are being depicted in the murals of the church. Saints Peter and Paul Parish Church. Saints Peter and Paul Parish Church, also known as the Calasiao Church in Pangasinan, was declared as one of the National Cultural Treasure by the NCCA back in 2001. Though it has undergone renovations, it is carefully repaired with sure permission from the NCCA. This Baroque-styled church was made of brick stones and the traditional adobe stones of Pangasinan. It is known to be one of the most preserved Baroque churches in Pangasinan, upholding its magnificent interiors and so is the facade. It also has a museum, just beside the church, a collection of the old stories and facts about this wonderful creation. Barasoain Church. Known as the Cradle of Democracy in the East, Barasoain Church or the Our Lady of Mount Carmel Parish, has played a role in the Philippine history as it served as a venue of the Republic's first inauguration, the drafting of the Malolos Constitution, and the convening of the First Philippine Congress. This religious site was also proclaimed as a national shrine by President Marcos. A historic site of pilgrimage, definitely one of the most beautiful churches in the Philippines. Lilio Church. St. John the Baptist Parish Church, or well known as Lilio Church, also known as Lilio Church, is a Baroque-inspired architecture and notable by its elegant red-bricked facade. This wonderful church was built during the Spanish era and has undergone reconstructions too due to catastrophes, like earthquakes and even fires. As you enter the church, white sculptures of saints welcome you. And inside, various religious artworks can be seen, solemnity within every corner. A beautiful church in Lilio, and most definitely one of the most beautiful churches in the Philippines. Paoay Church. St. Augustine Church of Paoay, or better known as Paoay Church, is just one of the most famous churches in the Philippines, which is declared as a natural cultural treasure and even proclaimed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This earthquake Baroque architecture was built in 1694 by the Augustinian friars, known to be one of the oldest churches in the country. The structure is made of coral stones and bricks, very well designed, and a mixed style of Baroque, Gothic and Oriental elements. With its stunning designs, beautiful landscape, and historical character, this church is definitely one of the most beautiful churches in the Philippines. Our Lady of Piat Church. Our Lady of Piat Church in Cagayan was built around the 16th century, situated at the top of a hill, to keep it safe from the seasonal overflowing of the Chico River. History tells that a black image of the Virgin Mary with the infant Jesus was brought by the Dominican friars, and later on, a small sanctuary was built for this religious image. Daraga Church. Daraga Church, also known as Our Lady of the Gate Parish Church, was built in the year 1772 by Franciscan priests. The facade is made out of volcanic rocks, which are abundant in the place, and the lime coating was applied to protect it from deterioration. Santo Niño Basilica. This wonderful church stands as the mother and head of all churches in the country. The facade architecture of the church is a combination of Muslim, Romanesque and neoclassical style, well preserved with its natural stone texture and color. Cebu Metropolitan Cathedral. Cebu Metropolitan Cathedral, also known as the Metropolitan Cathedral of the Holy Angels and of Saint Vitalis, was established as a diocese in 1595, and later on, became a metropolitan archdiocese in 1934. During World War II, the church has been badly destroyed by the bombing, leaving only the belfry, facade, and walls safe, and was then reconstructed. Aside from being a holy venue for Eucharistic celebrations, it also serves as a resting place for the remains of Cebu's bishops and clergies. Simula Parish Church. This castle-like church in Sibanga, Cebu, also known as Monastery of the Holy Eucharist, is also the sanctuary for the monks of Mary. It's a huge shrine of the miraculous Virgin Mary, a popular pilgrimage site for devotees offering prayers, wishes, thanksgiving, and special petitions. Inside the church, you'll get to see numerous testimonials of faith and healing, stories of miracles from serious devotees whose wishes and prayers have been granted. San Sebastian Cathedral. San Sebastian Cathedral is the century-old cathedral of Negros Occidental, built in 1876. and is considered to be the seat of the Roman Catholic Diocese of Bacolod. This Baroque architecture was built through the help of local believers, volunteered to help in the construction, by lifting stones and bricks, and even donated some properties to the church. St. Anne Parish Church. St. Anne Parish Church, or better known as the Molo Church, was built in 1831, and is the only Gothic church in the Philippines, outside of Manila. Miagao Church. Miagao Church, also known as the Santo Tomas de Villanueva Parish Church, built in 1787, was well known to be one of the best examples of the Baroque churches of the Philippines. Novales Church. Novales Church, or also known as the Parish of Saint Isidore the Worker in Novales, Buenavista, was built in 1880. This is the oldest existing Roman Catholic church in the province of Guimaras. With quaint architecture, this church is reminiscent of the Jaro Cathedral in Iloilo. Panay Church. Panay Church, also called Santa Monica Parish Church, is one of the historical churches in the Visayas region. It is also known to be the home of the largest church bell not only in the Philippines but also in Asia. Jaro Cathedral. Jaro Cathedral, or the Church of Saint Elizabeth of Hungary, commonly known as Jaro Metropolitan Cathedral, the national shrine of Our Lady of the Candles, is considered to be one of Iloilo's oldest, built in Panay in 1864. Baclayan Church. Baclayan Church, also known as the Immaculate Conception of the Virgin Mary Parish Church, is considered to be one of the oldest Catholic stone churches in the Philippines, built in 1717 by the locals of Baclayan. Caraga Church, also known as San Salvador del Mundo Church, was built in 1884 and was known to be the oldest church in Mindanao, and one of the few remaining Spanish colonial-era churches in Mindanao. San Juan Bautista Church, or commonly known as Jimenez Church, was built in the second half of the 19th century by the Augustinian Recollects. St. James Church in Dapitan. St. James Church in Dapitan is a Baroque-styled church built in 1871 by the Jesuits, in honor of St. James the Great. This magnificent creation, in the heart of Dapitan City, is made of indigenous materials such as rocks, sea corals and lime, and is still well preserved up to this day. Our Lady of the Most Holy Rosary Cathedral. Our Lady of the Most Holy Rosary Cathedral was made in honor of Our Lady of Holy Rosary. It was believed that the original altar of the cathedral was designed by Dr. José Rizal, the country's national hero, during his exile in Dapitan. Immaculate Concepcion Church is the first church of Jason, built between 1723 to 1830. This barn-style Baroque architecture was a provincial attempt to mimic the famous San Ignacio Church of Intramuros in Manila.
This is the most beautiful sight these eyes have ever seen.
St. Augustine Metropolitan Cathedral is located in Cagayan de Oro, was founded in 1624, in dedication to St. Augustine. History tells that the church was previously settled in an area called Huluga or Himalagan, and was, later on, moved to Cagayan de Oro, founded by the Augustinian Recollects. San Pedro Cathedral, or Davao Cathedral, is the city's premier landmark, built in 1847 by the first Spanish settlers in the area. This neo-Gothic style architecture serves as the seat of the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Davao, and is considered as a national cultural treasure. The Christ the King Cathedral. The Christ the King Cathedral in Tagum City, was built in 1993, solely from donations, and was completed, along with the celebration of the silver anniversary of the Diocese of Tagum City in 2005. Tamantaka Church. Tamantaka Church in Cotabato City was built in 1872 and is the first Christian church in the city. In 1879, the church has been relocated in its present location. San Nicolas de Tolentino Cathedral. San Nicolas de Tolentino Cathedral can be found in the isolated community of Tandag, on the eastern side of Mindanao, part of the Surigao Peninsula. It was built in the 1950s and was expanded during the 80s, adding improvements and extensions to the structures and interior.
So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Here's some hard facts hard facts about the Catholic churches in the Philippines. As I said earlier, you have, and I'm reading this from the internet, the Catholic Church remains a powerful and influential institution in the Philippines, shaping the spiritual, cultural, and social landscape of the country. While it faces challenges, it continues to contribute significantly to various aspects of Philippine society. So that kind of spells it out. Like I said earlier, divorce here is illegal. When you see the schools, the Catholic schools, most even the public schools, the children have to wear uniforms. The shoes have to match, the socks, the dresses, you know. And I read, and the reason for that is you can't tell the difference if the average family income of that child is very low or very, very high. Okay, so they try and keep everybody on an even keel. There are three religious orders in the Philippines. One of them is the Dominicans. And here they classify that as a Dominican order has a historical presence in the Philippines, contributing to education and mission work. The second is the Jesuits. The Society of Jesus, Jesuits, is involved in various educational institutions and social services. And the third is the Augustinians. The Order of St. Augustine, also known as Augustinians, has played a significant role in hold on a second, evangelicalism of the Philippines. So I found that very interesting. Okay. And here's some other cool facts. As I said, the dress code, even while attending Catholic Church, can vary depending on local customs. When I visited a church, and I believe it was called St. Mary, this place was like a castle. It was absolutely beautiful. I'm going to be doing a video on it. Before you could even go on the property, there was this huge sign that told people before they could go in and how they can dress. You can't show no skin. Okay, girls cannot have short dresses or shorts on. You can't be showing your shoulders. Females can't show shoulders. When I go there again, I'm going to take some pictures of it, and I'm going to do another video just on this church alone because it was so special for me. The dress code for attending, I'm reading this off the internet too. The dress code for attending a Catholic church can vary depending on local customs, cultural norms, and specific church of the parish. However, there are some general guidelines that are commonly followed. So, and they list where you can't wear beach wear, you can't show arms, your arms have to be covered. You got to wear, the women have to wear veils. I haven't seen anything like that since I was a kid going to Catholic school. Another thing I thought you might want to know is there are 2,339 parishes, Catholic churches, as of September 24th, 2023. And in case you didn't know, that I found this really surprising myself. The top 11 Catholic communities that have the most Catholic people, 1 through 11, I'm going to read through them real quick. Take a guess what the first one's going to be. I was blown away. So the first one, in order, I'm going to read them all. Number 1 is Brazil with 123 million Catholics. Number 2 is Mexico with 100 million Catholics. Number 3, the Philippines, 85 million Catholics. Number 4 is followed by the United States of America with 69 million Catholics. Italy has 50 million Catholics. Now, figure that the Pope lives in Italy, all right? You would think that number would be a lot higher. Number 6 is France with 39 million. Number 7, Cambodia. Excuse me, not Cambodia, Colombia. Colombia with 35 million Catholics. Number 8, Poland with 33 million. Spain is number 9 with 30 million. Number 10, Argentina is 28 million, almost 29 million Catholics. And take a guess what number 11 is. This place really blew my mind. Congo, the Dominican Republic of Congo, with 28 million Catholics. So send me a reply on if you figured out what movie that clip was on. And if you got it wrong, I'll send you a reply to it. So I hope you enjoyed the movie. There's going to be many more videos on Catholic churches. It's just, they're so beautiful. I'm planning a trip to north of Cebu where there's a Catholic church that is a replica of Our Lady of Fatima in Portugal, Saint Bernadette. And this place is supposed to be an identical replica of that location. So I'm definitely going to take some nice pictures and shots on that, and I'm going to do a special video on that one, along with many other ones, because these churches are just phenomenal. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, and hit that bell to let you know when more of my videos are coming out. Talk to you guys later. Be safe.